From the Detroit Free Press, in the heart of the Motor City, it's Monday, July 20th. Here are today's top stories. Presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kerry Jr. II. The State Health Department reports 485 new cases of the coronavirus, and 2 deaths were reported yesterday. In total, there are over 73,000 cases and about 6,100 deaths statewide. President Donald Trump claimed in an interview that aired Sunday he wasn't allowed to hold a rally in Michigan. The president said Governor Gretchen Whitmer's administration is keeping laws in place to prevent his rally. A spokesperson from the governor's office told the Free Press the office didn't receive any communication from the Trump campaign regarding the rally. The type of gathering Trump describes isn't allowed under Governor Whitmer's executive orders. The orders limit outdoor gatherings in Lower Michigan to no more than 100 people. Indoor ones are limited to 10. In parts of northern Michigan and the Upper Peninsula, outdoor gatherings are restricted to 250 people, and indoor ones can have up to 50. It remains unclear if action would be taken to stop an event violating the guidelines. Just this past weekend, Hillsdale College held its graduation ceremony, which expected 2,600 people to be in attendance. That event took place without disruption. 4 University of Michigan athletes tested positive for the coronavirus after the most recent tests last week. 8 players in total are confirmed to have the virus since returning to campus in June. U of M has administered 635 tests to athletes, coaches, and staff members. No staff members tested positive for COVID-19 among the 150 tested. The university is not releasing the names of the players who tested positive or the sport they play. The 2020 football season is underway, but stadiums may be at reduced capacity due to COVID-19 concerns. Coach Jim Harbaugh says the team wants to play regardless.
They've been training their whole lives for this and these opportunities. Put the question to them, which I have, and they would rather play in front of no fans than to not play.
The football team is set to start preseason practices Friday. Meijer is requiring all customers to wear a face mask while shopping at any Meijer location or Meijer Express location in the Midwest. The policy goes into effect today. Customers who have medical conditions that prevent them from wearing a mask are exempt. The company operates 253 supercenters and grocery stores across Michigan, Ohio, Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, and Kentucky. Previously, the store had announced a mask policy that only applied to retail locations in Michigan. According to a press release, customers who are uncomfortable entering the location can use Meijer home delivery or curbside pickup as shopping options. That's the latest. For more information on COVID-19 in Michigan, visit www.freep.com.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Meredith Spellbring. Social media remarks downplaying the seriousness of coronavirus quickly drew criticism for a Metro Detroit school board member on Saturday. Northville School Board President Matthew Wilkes shared a Facebook post downplaying coronavirus from an account created to support President Donald Trump. The post he shared questioned why there's not more footage of sick coronavirus patients if the pandemic is serious, and said the pandemic only exists in false statistics on the news. In a separate comment, Wilkes suggested schools should reopen and wrote, "Grandma can take the extreme precautions and wear a spacesuit when she goes out, and others should not have the burden of her risks." In a statement to the Free Press, Wilkes said the comments are taken out of context and do not reflect the position of the board as a whole. The remarks quickly drew backlash from the community members and parents, even circulating a petition for his resignation. For more information on the remarks, head to freep.com.
This is Evan Petzold of the Free Press Sports Department. For the last 40 years, beginning as a teenager, Aaron Payment, tribal chairperson of the Sault Ste. Marie Chippewa Indians and president of the United Tribes of Michigan, has fought against mainstream portrayals of his Native American ancestors, while also trying to showcase Native American culture as a strong, healthy community still striving in society, rather than characters or caricatures from a history book. In Michigan, more than 40 high schools still use nicknames or logos that Payment says plays into racial stereotypes of indigenous people. Over the years, high schools in Michigan have been slow to denounce the use of such imagery, but that is beginning to change. The Free Press reached out to more than 20 high school administrators overseeing schools with Native American nicknames or logos last week. Among those questioned, there was a constant refrain in labeling nicknames such as Redskins which until Monday was championed by the Washington NFL team, as racist. However, the administrators, including some who cited support from their local tribes, refused to label all Native American nicknames the same way. In review of MHSAA schools, the Free Press identified at least 43 schools with nicknames, mascots, or logos making reference to Native Americans, including 4 still using the term Redskins. The other nicknames range from racial terms such as Redmen and Big Reds to other polarizing names such as Chiefs, Braves, Indians, and Warriors, which are debated even within some indigenous communities. For years, the logic for keeping such nicknames has been justified as a way to honor indigenous people, but that too is beginning to change. Paw Paw High School operated under the Redskins for close to a century, but in March, it retired its name and mascot and later became the Red Wolves. Ultimately, the divide still exists, whether it's from a lack of uniformity among Michigan high schools or Native American tribes, as some tribal leaders find it respectful, yet others don't. Nicknames such as Redskins and Big Reds might be on the way out, but Chiefs, Indians, and Braves remain highly contested.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.